Ben Yahtzee Croshaw is a pretty well-known journalist and critic in the gaming world, his most notable work being Zero Punctuation, a series of video game reviews that are both comedic and insightful, using simple cartoony figures on a yellow background, all while speaking like a kid on a sugar rush and lots of sex jokes. But there's more to his work than stick figures and dick jokes. Apparently, while also being a journalist for The Escapist and various other known gaming publications, being one of 4 founders of a popular cocktail bar and video game lounge in Australia, writing a couple of awesome novels, running his own podcast and Let's Play series with his friend Gabriel, and throwing every fat joke he can think of at Jim Sterling during his various competitions, the man has also created his own video games as well. There's actually quite a list on his site, many of which are part of a larger series, just like the one I'm reviewing today. I'm only covering this one, though, mainly because this is the only one featured on frankexpo.net where this is going. This is 5 Days a Stranger. 5 Days a Stranger is a point-and-click adventure game made with Adventure Game Studios, and is in fact the first of a 4-part horror mystery series called Chazot Mythos. In this game, you play Trilby, a self-proclaimed gentleman thief who thought naming herself after an article of clothing was a brilliant idea. The story goes that an old mansion in the English countryside has recently been abandoned. By abandoned, I mean the owners inexplicably died and there's no other heirs to claim it, which to a cat burglar like Trilby means free loots. But upon breaking in, Trilby's shocked to discover that all the doors and windows are sealed shut, there's a massive wall surrounding the premise along with a giant ravine, and there's no way to call for assistance. On top of that, there's 4 other people here who have been searching for several days to escape. There's Jim, a student of a nearby boarding school who went in on a dare, Simone Taylor, a reporter for the BBC who is planning to do a documentary on the mansion's past, Philip Hardy, a snooty treasure hunter looking for a big score, and AJ. We never learn much about him, he literally screams in our face and bolts. The game, like the title says, takes place over a 5-day period as you try and escape the mansion using various tools at your disposal. Like any point-and-click game, your inventory is your best friend. To access it, simply click the right mouse button anywhere on the screen. Along the side of your inventory and on the bottom left of your screen are various commands you must use to advance. The feet or walk command you use to walk, the eye or look command to observe things, the hand or use command to pick up, combine, or use items, and the speech bubble or talk icon to talk to the others in the house. However, due to the coloring and funny hit detection, sometimes you'll end up choosing the wrong icon or miss entirely. It's usually easier to just use the commands on the inventory screen. When you want to leave the screen, simply click or drag outside the designated square to proceed. You can also use the F1 to F4 keys to choose which command to use. The graphics are very simple and not heavily detailed, but still you can easily tell what items you need to collect and what is just background. Music is almost non-existent apart from a few key scenes, but that's actually not a bad thing. As you walk around the house, occasionally you'll hear the strange creaking sounds or the faint hint of a whisper. That, coupled with your character's loud footsteps and lack of soundtrack, give it a very eerie vibe. My main concern graphically is the text used by Philip. Having brown text in front of mainly brown backgrounds makes it very difficult to read. That, coupled with the lengthy speech and the sometimes overly fast speed, makes it hard to keep up with the dialogue. And much like most point-and-click games, there's no replay value. Once you beat it, you're done. Overall, the best thing about this game is the story and the character of Trilby. Both are intriguing and want you coming back for more. There's a great amount of wit and charm, and it's obvious on how talented of a writer Yahtzee is. The entire Chazot Mythos is a great series, and I highly recommend all 4 games. But also as a standalone game, 5 Days a Stranger is a game with a great story to die for.